Can we please stop pretending this is normal? Because I don't know when it happened, I don't know who decided this, I don't know who signed off on it, but somehow paying $70 for a game that barely works has become an accepted part of the industry. And every single time it happens, we go through the exact same cycle. The game launches, it runs like garbage, features are missing, servers don't work, AI is broken, performance is all over the place. And instead of people saying, yeah, this shouldn't have released, we get, just wait for patches, they'll fix it later, it has a good foundation, you're being too harsh, it just came out. Just came out? I mean, yeah, that's the problem. It just came out. Again, it just came out. And it's already falling apart. Here's what I don't understand. If an indie studio launches in rough shape, people go, well, it's early access, they're still building it. I mean, it's kind of fair. But when a massive AAA publisher with hundreds of developers, years of marketing, and a $70 price tag launches something that feels like a paid beta, suddenly we're supposed to be what? Patient? I mean, no. You don't get indie excuses with AAA pricing. You don't get we're still figuring things out after charging people on the price of a full tank of a gas. You know what I mean? I mean, would you want that? I mean, certainly me, no. And you pay that price for a game that crashes in the tutorial. Now, this is the part that really drives me insane. We have somehow normalized buy now, finish later development. I mean, I'm pretty sure all of you guys have seen those, right? Games are launching with missing features that were standard 10 years ago. Half-baked systems, placeholder UI, day one patches bigger than the game itself. Roadmaps that read like promises instead of plans. And instead of saying, why wasn't this done already? People clap when it gets fixed 8 months later. 8 months later. That's not post-launch support, that's finishing the game after release, after getting all those money from our pockets. Now, imagine this. Imagine you buy a car, and the dealership tells you, yeah, the brakes don't work yet, but don't worry, we've got a roadmap for that in Q3. You wouldn't call that support. You'd call that a recall. And look, every time this happens, we get the same defense squad rolling out. You don't understand how hard game development is. I mean, you're right, I don't. But I also don't go to a restaurant and accept raw chicken because cooking is hard, right? Difficulty does not excuse charging full price for unfinished work. Then you get the classic, players expect too much these days. Too much? No, expecting the game to run properly, not crash, have basic features, and feel complete at launch is not too much. That used to be called the bare minimum. Now, you wanna know what the real problem is? Here's the reality that nobody in marketing wants to admit. These games don't launch broken because devs are lazy. They launch broken because someone in a suit decided shipping now is more important than shipping right. Deadlines beat polished, quarterly earnings beat quality. And the players are the ones who pay for it, literally. Like literally, you pay $80 for some, I don't know what kind of crap is that. And then when backlash hits, instead of admitting, yeah, we rushed this, I'm sorry guys, the narrative becomes, the community is being toxic. It's review bombing, gamers are impossible to please. Come on man, no. Gamers are very easy to please. Make the game work, make it fun, make it feel finished. That's it. At least early access games are honest. They tell you this is unfinished, you're helping us build it. AAA games don't. They give you cinematic trailers, collector's editions, $100 deluxe versions, 3 days early access to a broken launch, and then quietly patch the game for the next year until it finally reaches the state it should have launched in. And then guess what happens? Come on, TikTok. A year later, YouTube titles start showing up. Is this game finally good now? I mean, we might make an episode like that in the future, so yeah. Maybe you can subscribe to us so you can see that in the future, I guess. So that should never be a sentence about a $70 product. Now, players don't owe games loyalty. This is the part that the industry still hasn't accepted. Players do not owe a game patience. They do not owe it loyalty. They do not owe it time. If your game launches broken, people leave. Easy as that, or simple as that. They don't wait, they don't write essays, they don't stick around for patch 1.7 or 2.1 or I don't know. They uninstall and move on to something that respects their time. And when you blame them for that, when you say they didn't give it a chance, you're learning the wrong lesson. The lesson isn't players are too harsh, the lesson is you launched too early. We don't need more roadmaps, we don't need more apology letters, we don't need more we hear you tweets. We need fewer broken launches, delay the game, cut features, scale the scope back, do whatever you have to do, but stop selling early access games with a AAA price tag and pretending that patches are generosity. Patches are not charity, they are corrections. And look, I'm not saying games can't improve. Some of them absolutely do, but improvement should be a bonus, not a requirement, to make the game worth what you paid for. $70 should get you a finished experience, not a promise of one. Anyway, that's where I'm at. Let me know what you guys think. What was the last game you bought that felt like a beta at full price? If you enjoyed the video, like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll catch you in the next one. Stay safe out there and, stop pre-ordering unfinished games. See yas!